What's up, YouTube? It's Tom.
What? Oh, and the sauce.
Hey. Yeah, we're recording now.
I didn't realize this. I'm just joking. Today we have a old Rasputin Russian Imperial Stout.
Looks pretty old school on the front of it.
It does. It looks pretty neat. It's got a guy with a huge beard and looks like long hair. He's got his hand up and it's all like a faded picture.
Doesn't it say it's from 1791 or something? Is when they started brewing?
I don't know about that, but it's from North Coast Brewing Company. Look at the old Rasputin. It's a Russian Imperial Stout at 10.5% alcohol, if I remember correctly. Or did you say 9?
It's 9%. It says it over here.
It does. It says 9% on it. You're right. Guess I didn't remember correctly. But yeah, love Russian Imperials. Using the mini mag light, one of the most perfect tools I can think of.
Just in case the power happens to go out because we hit a light bulb.
Yeah, then you don't have to use your electric beer opener. You can just use that. Because electric beer openers won't work if the power's out. You gotta plug them in.
You know, I've yet to buy one of those.
You need one then.
Or hear of them. But, you know, maybe one day. I'm going to invent it now that you said it. I'm stealing your idea. Sorry, buddy.
Don't dump all of it. See if you get more than me. Probably good. Yeah, a little more. Smell roasted malts and like barley. I don't know.
It's like a complete black color. And
completely
can't even see the light through it. Can't even see the light through it.
With a nice brown head.
Very brown head.
I'm using just a regular pint.
I'm using a Hugarden hexagonal glass.
It's just pretty much a pint glass with hexagonal edges. It really, in the inside, it's not as hexagonal, it's more rounded. So it's kind of like a marketing scheme made by Belgian brewing companies to get more money by having you buy their glass. Like most Belgian brewers company, they will put out a glass with their beer, and it's a marketing technique they use to get more money. So the fact that it's a Hugarden glass does not mean anything. The pint is still a pint, and it will work. So, smelling it, I get roasted malts.
I'm getting some coffee.
Definitely coffee and a tiny bit of milk chocolate. Actually, a good amount of milk chocolate. What would you say? How much milk chocolate is in there? Tiny or a lot?
I mean, I can't really tell what kind of chocolate it is.
Well, how much? I
haven't got my period
definitely
yet
smell
this
it.
month.
I'd say there's a light to medium chocolate smell. When I swirl it around, I get a whiff of alcohol.
A little bit. I mostly smell like coffee. A little bit of chocolate.
Yeah. Well, let's give it a taste.
Cheers.
Lots of coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Then a real thick mouthfeel afterwards.
I could taste the chocolate in it more than I could smell it.
Yeah, I think you're right too. But I think when I taste it, it's not milk chocolate anymore. It tastes like a dark chocolate, like a cocoa.
And it kind of tastes more like maybe espresso beans. So it tastes like an espresso.
You're right. It does have the bitter coffee like espresso instead of regular blend.
It's good though. Definitely
awesome. Russian Imperial Stout made by England for transport to Russia for the court of Russia, the Queen or something. And in Russia it's really cold, so they made a higher alcohol beer so they can cope with the cold. You know, warm them up in the winter, and I think that it does a good job.
You know a lot more about it than I do.
That's just
I just like to drink it.
There you go. It's a man's beer, my friend says. Imperial Stout, man's beer.
It is.
Well, it's definitely not a little girl's beer.
Can't see through it at all. It's got a nice thin layer still on there.
Yeah, the head is staying pretty good.
It's got good glazing.
It does.
Well,
what would you say the mouthfeel is?
Kind of carbonated.
Yeah, it's pretty carbonated. I'd say it's
but that's
thick.
more taste. Bitter is more taste.
I'd say it's thick, and it is
It
bitter.
is thick.
The mouthfeel at the end is bitter is a mouthfeel. You can feel the dryness of the bitter.
YouTube, you saw me get educated. I mean educated. I knew that. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to say, Old Rasputin, there's no disputing, it's a good beer.
No disputing. The Old Rasputin.
I give it 2 thumbs up for a stout.
2 thumbs up for the Russian Imperial.
I mean, they're not my favorite beers, but it's good.
As far as Russian Imperials go, I'm gonna give it a 1.5 thumbs. It was close to a double thumbs up, but it definitely gets a great, huge 1.5 thumbs.
Alright, Trace and a half thumbs. Get yourself one.
Go get one. Pick it
Old
up.
Rasputin!